guys, what's up? Today or tonight or whenever you are listening to this fabulous episode, I will I'm gonna talk about some of my opinions on some news. Sorry, I'm lost for words right now. Some news going on around sports. It is March 13th right now, and we will be focusing on some sports rumors, sports not breaking news, and things that are grinding my gears, things that I'm mad about, things that I'm happy about. And if you guys have anything to say, leave a comment below, or email me, or leave a comment below on YouTube. And let me know what you guys think and what I should focus on in the next episode or in future episodes, and maybe stuff I should get into. As of today, as we know, let's dive into some soccer. The Europa League games were today, and if you don't know what the Europa League is, then you shouldn't be listening to this podcast. But I will tell you what it is. The Europa League is a championship in European soccer that has all the all the lower divisional teams that weren't good enough to make it the highest soccer championship, which is the Champions League, and the Europa League is the lower division, the second tier, and that has teams that were kicked out of the Champions League or finished were finished in the second spot of their country's league tables. So today we had Valencia against Ludogorets, and Valencia won that game 3-0. Then we had Porto and Napoli, and Porto won 1-0. FC Basel and Salzburg, great game. It was a tie, 0-0. Juve and Florentina, 1-1. Olympique Lyon, 4-1 over Pleasen. Then we have Sevilla lost to Real Betis 2-0. And then we have Tottenham, who lost to Benfica 3-1. And then AZ Alkmaar, who won over Anzi. I'm not even going to say the last name. People know what that is. In the Russian league. So AZ Alkmaar does have a goal over Anzi. And we all know what happened in Champions League. Just to make it easier, let's see. We have FC Bayern did win. They did tie against Arsenal, which is a great game for Arsenal if they could tie Bayern, but they lose on aggregate 3-1. Milan was down 1-0 against Atletico Madrid, and some people thought they could have beat them and maybe come back, but they did not. They got destroyed 4-1 over Atletico Madrid, but did score a goal, but they lose 5-1 on aggregate. Barca beat Manchester City 2-1, but then won 4-1 on aggregate. PSG 2-1 over Bayer Leverkusen. Good game for Bayer, but they lose 6-1 on aggregate. And then next week's games on the 18th, we have Chelsea and Galatasaray. That game is a tie. Then we have Real Madrid and Schalke, Dortmund and Zenit, which Dortmund won that game 4-2, and Man U and Olympiacos, and Man U is trying to redeem themselves after that horrible loss to Olympiacos in their first game. So teams that are trying to come back here are Schalke, Zenit, and Man U, with Chelsea and Galatasaray tied. So that is what's going on in soccer in Champions League. But some news that's going on is Bayern Munich president Uli Hoeneß was sentenced to 3.5 years in prison for tax evasion. And 6 months, so 3 months, yep, 3.5 years. It was reported that he just wanted to get it over with. He didn't fight any of the charges. It was said he owed, let's see, he evaded 27.2 mil in tax, 27.2 million euros, which is around 30 million euros, 30 million dollars, Canadian dollars, and it said that last year he gave around 10 million euros back, so make the debt less severe. This didn't help him that much, and he just wanted to get over with, let this out to the public. Didn't want to hide behind this, and he is going to prison for it. Does this affect Bayern Munich? In a way, maybe. I think it doesn't that much. This is their president, so obviously it means something to them. The president's in prison. Milan can do it when their president was in prison with Silvio Berlusconi, former Prime Minister of Italy. Well, but what's it called? Frank Ribery, the player on Bayern Munich, has said that this is kind of a big deal because without him, we aren't Bayern Munich. We need him. But I don't think this will affect them that much. It won't affect them on the pitch. It might affect them like behind closed doors. It might affect them on trying to get new players, trying to spend money. But I think they're fine with the players they have right now. The team can go really deep next year and the next couple years. But it will affect them for in the long run. He's out for because he's gone for 3.5 years. But it's good to see that he didn't want to hide behind it. Didn't want this process to go on for a long time. He knew he was caught. He knew he did a bad thing, so he just wanted to get it over with, serve his dues, and goes to prison. But I think it's a good part on Honus, so it's good for him. Other news: our favorite Nicholas Lord Bentner, reportedly in a drunken fight with a taxi driver during Arsenal tie. So as we all know, Nicholas Bentner is Arsenal's backup striker. Got hurt after scoring a goal that helped Arsenal, I believe, win or tie a really crucial game. It's blanking on me right now. What if it was a league game? I think it was a league game. And he was apparently in Copenhagen, where he got into a drunken fight with a taxi driver. And this is no surprise because it's Bentner. He does stuff like this. He's done stuff like this before when he was on loan at Juve. He's done it before. Weird to see that he was in Copenhagen and not with his team, but that's Bentner for you. He's just an attitude problem, and he has to get that fixed. I don't know why he does stupid stuff, but some soccer players are known for their stupid stuff, and it makes them famous, but doesn't make them famous with teams. Teams are not going to pay someone who is a not a bad person, a risk, just so they can sell tickets. They want a player that can help them win games, and then that helps them make money, not the other way around. So Bentner has to shape up. And another thing I think we should be focusing on is the big news in the NHL. A couple of days ago, Dallas Stars forward Rich Peverley, my mistake, collapsed in the first period of a game against the Columbus Blue Jackets. He collapsed and was before the season treated for a irregular heartbeat. And during the game, he collapsed, and right away, play was stopped, and right away the doctors gave him medical attention and brought him behind in the locker room and began to operate on him. And it's amazing how far the NHL has come from helping players, because you never know when it's going to happen. It's always good to know that there's a doctor on standby. That's a very good sign, because you never know when this can happen. It's totally random, but you never know when things like this happen. It happened in the KHL a few years ago to a Rangers prospect. He sadly passed away. It happened to Yuri Fisher a few years ago when he was in the Detroit Red Wings. They did manage to save him, but it took longer than it should, because I remember seeing a video of Steve Eiserman and another player moving a what's it called? They're moving equipment for the medical staff across the ice. It's really it's it would have ended worse if they weren't fast enough. So it's good to know that behind the bench and from the locker rooms there are doctors and medical staff on alert, just in case any of this health and these health issues happen. It's good to know that he is fine. Apparently, he wanted to get right on the ice. Uh, he's a hockey player. He wanted to play. You want to know what period it was in, but that game it was canceled. Players could not go on to play, and you could see why. When the teammate you respect, even the teammate, even if you any teammate, when the teammate goes down, you just forget the game and focus on that player and hope that he or she is all right, and you just want them to be well, you want them to feel better, get better, and hope and in the future, hopefully get back to the game. He is out for the season. It is a smart move because he did have trouble with it before, so he's gonna get treated for this. But again, it's very good to see that the game was canceled. It's good to see that because players just weren't gonna go on. It's good to see that the medical attention in Dallas was very good and did save his life. It's good to see that NHL and I think it just gets better for the NHL because then if another situation like this happens again, they'll learn if they could have made it faster. Each time you're learning to make it faster and easier, and for the medical staff and for the player who needs medical attention. So it's good to know that they have really good doctors to help them out. It's good to see that. So I want to applaud both the players who who helped get the attention of the medical staff right away when they saw he was down. It's good to see, and it's good to see that the medical staff in Dallas and the doctors they were able to operate on them successfully, and um, and hopefully in the future this issue doesn't happen, and I don't know. It's good. I am very happy to see that the NHL has taken a step forward to help protect its players. It's always about protecting the players because they're the ones going out there every day, uh, not just playing for the money, but they're playing too because they love the sport and they're playing because they want to win. So it's good to see that the NHL wants to see those players healthy and happy. Uh, Another thing was that the trade deadline was last week. Yes, it was last week. Uh, big moves happened. Players left teams. Big one was obviously Martin St. Louis going to the New York Rangers for Ryan Callahan. Uh, Another one was we saw it was on trade deadline, but Roberto Luongo, leaving his favorite place in the world, Vancouver, to go to his former team, the Florida Panthers. Then we saw Ryan Miller go to the St. Louis Blues for Yar Halak and Chris Stewart, but then the Sabres traded Halak for Michael Neuwirth of the Washington Capitals, and then they decided to keep Chris Stewart. Matt Molson was shipped out to Minnesota for prospects and a pick. Um, those are the big deals, really. I'm obviously again Alex Hemsky, who was traded to the Senators. Uh, a lot of good moves to see, good moves to see happen. Oh, then you saw Brizgalov go to the Wild. Um, Again, just for backup. And then we saw Raslov Klesla, who was also part of that Yaro Halak deal, that Yaro Halak and Michael Neuwirth deal, going to the Sabres. But Klesla, a couple of days after, decided to step down from playing professional hockey this year and focus more on his European career. And he might even miss next year. He said he just couldn't do it. He was traded uh, quite a few times this year. He had injury problems and he just wants to focus on playing hockey. So he just decided to leave and pursue the European career. For now, he could be coming back, but as for now, in a distant future, he will be playing in Europe. Then we saw like David Legwand, which I believe was a very underrated deal. Legwand goes to the Red Wings, which really helps the Wings enough and to help them in depth and help them pursue the playoffs now. He goes for Patrick Eves. Then we saw again Rito Berra to the Avalanche, Thomas Vanek to the Habs. That's a big one. It seems to me that the Islanders they were just they had to get it done. They were desperate and they needed to get a guy that was not going to sign for them. Whatever they got, what they got, it's a player who plays in Europe and a conditional second round pick, and that conditional second round pick and that player is better than having nothing and losing him in the summer. So it's still the Habs won the deal by far, but it's good. It's not. It's at least the Islanders got a player in the pick out of it, besides getting nothing. Um, and then we have Marian Gaborik to the Kings. From the Blue Jackets, this guy just has moved around recently, the last couple of years, from the Blue Jackets to the Rangers. Sorry, from the Rangers to the Blue Jackets to the Kings. He's just hopping around now. Tim Thomas goes to Dallas, and it's that was pretty much those are the big deals. Victor Fast goes to the Oilers. It was a good. I think it was a good trade deadline. It was a lot of big deals happened. Maybe not as much as we wanted to see. Maybe it's not as fast as we wanted to see. But a lot of deals were done, and it helps teams that need help to pursue a playoff spot. Um, I think we're gonna end this episode a little bit earlier because this is the first episode. I just want to get the kinks out. I want to fix the kinks. I want to just get this episode out and running. Um, I just want to say that I am a huge sports fan. If you haven't noticed, from my website, from my Twitter account, from my YouTube channel, I just want to let you guys know that I enjoy all sports: soccer, hockey, football, baseball. Uh, you can throw in tennis, basketball, uh, all different kinds of sports. It's all open for discussion. I would. I just want people to come here. Feel free to comment. Feel free to comment on an issue, or even bring up an issue, or have any opinions on an issue, or want to uh, just say if I'm doing a good job or not. Let me know. Um, I'm really, I, I really want to make this channel a success. I am in university now. I'm hoping to be a journalist or a sports broadcaster. I am just it's trying to inform the people because news is very important to me. It's very important to people. It's good to know what's going on around you. I know more people want to know what's going around in the world, but I like to focus on sports because sports can bring everyone together. It does. Watch any sporting event, people of different teams and different even religions, genders, race. Everyone is getting together and watching two teams play and cheering and sometimes they may not agree with each other. They might get into fights, but it's good to know that there's a place where people can just sit down and watch their favorite teams, players, um, do everything they can to win. Sports is an underdog. It's all about underdogs. I love seeing the underdogs win because those are the teams that you know that they worked hard and no one gives them credit for it. But just because they don't have the big name players or the big name market, but they go out there and they upset because they worked hard and they wanted it more. I really, I hope you guys think that I am doing a good job. If not, let me know. I would greatly appreciate if you guys just get this around. I want this to not just be successful, but to also to inform people. I know sometimes the news is not going to be breaking, or um, it's not going to be what you want to hear. Might be even boring, but just to give the channel a listen to means even to listen for a minute means a lot to me, and I appreciate listening, and I hope more of you want to watch it or listen to it. Um, it really means a lot to me that people want to hear what I have to say. Uh, Again, thank you for listening, and remember to comment, like, subscribe. Um, take the comment section is available if you want to discuss anything, and I hope you guys have a good day, and thank you for listening. See you guys next time. Bye.